Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan Pre-Market View. Indian markets had another down session yesterday with Sensex going down by close to 500 points and Nifty having a cut of about 135 points. This was after exit poll indicated that Aam Aadmi Party would win the Delhi elections. Also there were certain disappointing results which came in yesterday. Larsen reported poor numbers and certain power companies were also under pressure because of the overall Delhi election sentiment. If you look at the global markets, yesterday Dow also had a bad session. The Dow Jones Index was down by close to 95 points. We had 18 points cut on Nasdaq and 9 points drop on the S&P. This was after concerns again emulating that Greece has rejected the bailout package which is there, and they are looking for a bridge loan to fund their gap which is there. So overall the negative mood continues on the concern relating to Greece as well. Overall, if you look at the Asian markets, they are trading mixed. Shanghai is up currently after the inflation exceeded the estimate. The inflation came in at 1% versus expectation of 0.8%. But barring that, most of the Asian markets are trading down. Indian markets, SGX is indicating a negative opening of over 1%, close to 55 points, and indicating an opening closer to 8,500 on the Nifty futures. If you look at the flows continue to be negative. FIIs were seller of close to 660 crores in the cash market. DII pumped in close to 470 crores in the cash market, whereas FII continued to be seller of index future worth 1793 crores. Now after a gap down opening, how Nifty would react and trade from here? Let's have a view from our derivatives.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. In yesterday's market we have seen a sharp sell-off in our market due to a disappointing result of the exit polls, and also we have seen significant amount of long unwinding pressure in yesterday's trading session. Apart from information technology sectors, most of the other sectors closed in a negative territory, and that too with a sharp cut of around 2 to 3 odd percentage. And we finally closed 1.71% lower at 8562.90. Now the open interest terms we have seen, as suggested, there was some kind of long unwinding pressure. We have seen a reduction of around 0.25% in open interest in Nifty. That is around 65,000 shares were reduced in open interest, indicating long unwinding by market participants in yesterday's trading session. And cost of carry have also decreased from 10 odd percentage to 9.5 odd percentage. That is, premium have came down from 38 points to 34 odd points currently at, of Nifty. Now interesting was the put call ratio, which again seeing a sharp cut in yesterday's trading session. We have seen put call ratio going up by around 2 basis points from 0.87 to 0.89 levels. Now this was mainly a good amount of speculative buying in the put option which we have seen in yesterday's trading session due to unfavorable result which can be seen in today's trade of Delhi election. Due to which put call we have seen significant amount of build up in put option, and implied volatility in put option have gone up significantly, and we have seen buying in put option in yesterday's trading session, due to which put call ratio have also increased by 2 odd basis points. And seeing the sharp cut, we have seen volatility index again inching up and has been going further up to 22 odd percentage. We have seen a 6% rise in volatility index in yesterday's trading session. On the options activity, 8,700 call option has seen significant amount of build up in yesterday's trading session of around 53 odd percentage. However, if you see the implied volatility, it was hardly any unchanged, indicating good amount of short build up was observed in 8,700 call option. And 8,800 has seen some kind of build up, minor addition of 4 odd percentage. However, 9,000 still remains as the highest in terms of open interest for this series. The interesting observation was the put option, deep out of the money strike price 8,300 has started seeing good amount of activity and is now highest in terms of open interest, indicating a lot of market participants have either hedged their positions by buying 8,300 put option or have taken naked long positions in 8,300 put option in anticipation the market could further drift from current level. 8,300 has seen an addition of around 34 odd percentage. However, 8,400 and 8,500 put option has seen minor build up of around 20 odd percentage in yesterday's trading session, and we have seen position have got shift from 8,500 strike price to 8,300 strike price of put option, which is currently the highest in terms of open interest for this series. There is only one securities in bank period for today's trade, that is Indiabulls Real Estate. On FIs terms, we have seen some kind of short addition by FIs in yesterday's trading session. There were net sellers of around 1800 crores, with open interest of FIs in index futures have gone up by around 2%, indicating good amount of short positions has been created. If you see the main index components in yesterday's trading session with Bank Nifty and Nifty, we have seen Bank Nifty open interest are going up by around 7% and Nifty has seen some kind of reduction in open interest, indicating most of the short position which has been taken by FIs can be assumed that it is in the Bank Nifty counter. Index options, there were net buyers of around 600 odd crores, while in stock futures there were net sellers of 200 crores, and in stock options there were net sellers of only 100 crores. 5 days we have stands at 8760 with a lower range at 8500. Remember friends, yesterday we have broke 8655, which was our lower monthly straddle break-even point, and since then we had published a note stating that a break and close below 8655 we can see Nifty inching towards 8,500 odd levels, and hence our lower range currently stands at 8,500 and higher range at 8760, which is our 5 days VWAP level. SGX Nifty is trading negative by 55 points and it's currently at 8,500. Thank you guys, that concludes from my side.
Friends, let's have a look at the trading ideas for the day. The first one being Cipla. Now Cipla has inked a joint venture agreement with Morocco-based Cooper Pharma and PHI to enhance its marketing position back in the African country. This is sentimentally positive news for Cipla, and one can long Cipla with stop loss of 619 for potential upside of 645 and about it at 653. Also, there is a setback which has come for Reliance Communication. Now the talks of selling its undersea cable assets to China's Citic Telecom International Holding Limited for more than $500 million have been stalled. So already the debt is having its toll on the company, and this is extremely negative news for Reliance Communication. One can short it with stop loss of 69 or potential downside of 64.5 and below that at 63. Important events today, we have Delhi poll results which is going to be announced today and will begin right now. We also had the GDP numbers which have come out yesterday. Now India has become a $2.1 trillion economy under the new method of calculating the GDP at market prices. The Q3 FY15 GDP numbers came in at 7.5% as per market prices. Now PSUs like Canara Bank, GAIL India, Power Finance Corporation and other government-owned companies are lining up their bond issue in the range of close to 750 crore to 1500 crores each. Also billionaire Gautam Adani has clinched a deal which has been reworked. This is to acquire Lineco's 1200 megawatt coal-based power assets. Now the company is heard to have sweetened the deal by 5 to 7% from the earlier valuation. Shrey Equity Equipment Finance is looking to raise close to 5,000 crore over a period of next 6 months. Now this would be through issuance of private placements of both secured and or unsecured redeemable non-convertible debentures. Also Adani Enterprise Limited has signed a pact with the Rajasthan government. This is to develop the country's largest solar plant in the state with an estimated capacity of close to 10,000 megawatt over a period of next 10 years. The overall project cost or the investment outlay would be close to 40,000 crore. Now the company will set up solar power plant of 5,000 megawatt on its own in the next 5 years. Also Force Motor is planning to set up a manufacturing facility at Chakan near Pune to provide a range of parts which includes engines, gearbox, axles, with an annual capacity of 50,000 sets. So positive news coming in for Force Motor. Also Food Ministry has floated a draft cabinet note seeking extension of raw sugar subsidy for current sugar season. Now as per the proposal, a total quantity of 14 lakh metric ton of raw sugar export has been sought for the current season, and the subsidy could be to the tune of 4,000 rupees per metric ton to facilitate this export as per the new proposal. Also Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemical has raised its stake in a JV between ONGC and MRPL. from 3% to 46%. CCI has ordered a fresh probe against DLF relating to alleged abuse of its dominant market position after it found the reality major prima facie being in violation of the new trade norms which were there. So again, negative news for DLF coming in. And Novelis has announced its Q3 numbers. The profit has seen a growth of about 250% and came in at 46 million. This is positive for Hindalco given that Novelis is its subsidiary. Now looking at important results which are going to be announced today, we have ABB, the estimated PAT here is 78 crores. Cadila, the estimated PAT is 288 crores. Hexaware, here estimate is of close to 108 crore PAT. JP is going to announce its numbers. Here the estimate is loss of 310 crore. Motherson Sumi estimate is 265 crore PAT. CAPF Capital First, the estimate here is 33 crores. Nalco estimate here is 334 crores. Specialty Restaurant 7.2 crore PAT, and Triveni Turbine estimate here is 26 crore PAT. If we look at the watch list that we've created for the day, stock with positive bias, we have Federal Bank, Dr. Reddy's and Divi's. And stock with one can short from intraday trading point of view, we have GAIL and CESC. If we look at the stocks for long-term investment, we like Maruti, Aditya Birla Nuvo, Axis Bank, Infi and Grasim. That's it friends we have for today's session. Thank you.